Well, what do we have here now, collective? They pushing up in the dream state. They're trying to state their claims in the dream state. You coming in and out, they coming in and out. You drifting in and out. You don't give a fuck. You see them? You hear what they got to say. You see them, But, their claims don't seem to stick, you know what I'm saying? In the waking state, they don't seem to stick. And even though you can recall, these, waves of these dreams and these people trying their best to intrude and impede and just get through to you, they don't stick. Because they're just not important. They're not. They're not important. I don't want to hear your lies, more lies, anything to save your life, huh? I bet anything, just like it was anything, just like it was by all means necessary to take my life, whether that be who I am, what comes with me, getting rid of me, getting me to get rid of myself, and trying to steal from me like you've stolen from others, and blah, blah, blah. Or wanting to get in my good graces and mirror to me who I truly am, what you see, what you admire, what you desire to be like, and then think, this will be a sure way to persuade the collective to let me close, to keep me close, to let me get just close enough to put a dagger in their heart, in their soul, in their back. Always first in your back, right? Their hope, if they were brave enough, if they could just be courageous enough, if they could just be bold enough to drive it through your heart. Of course, that's what they would do. Of course, that's the goal. That's the end goal. That's the intent. But usually, there's so many more swords in the back opposed to the heart because they're not that courageous, are they? They're cowards. You're a coward. You're a coward. You're a coward. And yes, I'm talking to those of you who just can't help but come and see what's new. What's the news? What's the news? Reporting to you live. What's up, you guys? This is the Authentic Empress. Reporting to you live. This Karmic Digest. Dun dun dun. This shit funny, bro. Like, yeah. So we're not gonna. Well, let me say that back. I was gonna say we're not gonna pull any cards, but right now let's just vibe out. Let's just, let's just swim. Let's just float, right? All those swords that they stabbed in your back, and you just keep healing, recovering, renewing, being refreshed, being made anew. Your pottery, your clay in the hands of God. God is just gonna, mold you into something more beautiful. He does it every time. Oh, okay. And I love that God being so intentional with creation, anything that has life and breath, that it has the ability to renew itself. Here's the thing about. Oh, you thought I was going. Oh no, babes. I find nothing about the coughs, the whatever. I find nothing about that embarrassing, humiliating, or like, oh no, I need to hide this. For what? For what? So like I was saying, just like, there's this beautiful higher intelligence, the way that God has created life. God, being as respectful and not so entitled, not so intruding, not so impeding, like a lot of you choose to be. God gives us free will, you know? And it's like, y'all still have the audacity to be ungrateful. Y'all still have the audacity to try and manipulate, control somebody else's life, destiny, path, love, career, finances, whatever. You feel me? Um, Life force, energy. Dang. So you really thought that you could use your free will, okay, and think that you're going to feed off my life force energy. You're going to drain from my life force energy. And you don't think I have the authority to dictate the consequence over anybody trying to rob me of myself? You don't think I have the authority to defend myself in the face of justice? You don't think, if you think you're going to use power or your power to take my life force, it's nothing for me to be like, anybody, first of all, call it back. Second of all, anybody who, is continuously trying to drain or take of my life force energy, okay? Especially with ill purposes, which normally it is, especially with ill intent. First of all, you can't. You won't be able to receive it. But instead, you could receive the opposite of life force energy. How about that? How about that? And you know what's even less stressful about that? You guys help me out with that too. With your death magic. Your death magic, your death spells that you send, right? You think you're going to send death, plot death in my life, plot endings in my life, literally plot for me to die or be killed or to kill myself, right? You're going to literally put that energy in my hands and think I don't have the authority to say, command, demand that anybody who tries to take of my life force energy without my permission shall instead receive death, the complete opposite of life force. Now, however that death resonates or however that death comes into fruition completely is dependable upon you, your choices, your decisions, and your actions. Now, what is your relationship with the death energy? Because I know what my relationship with the death energy is transformation. Now, in regards to these individuals, their relationship with death is literally trying to create endings where endings shall not be. Oh, you're trying to play God. Oh, so you're the Omega. Okay. Whoa there. That's interesting. But anyway, that death that you put in my hands. Now you instead you take that. Take that. Because you cannot have my life force energy. You won't beat it out of me. You can't bully it out of me. And on the since we're on the topic of bullying, let me tell you something about moi. So when I was a little girl, one thing about me, a memory that came up recently was I was at a park with a few cousins on my dad's side that thirsty, greedy dad side. And so I don't remember what exactly happened. It was something very minute. I think my cousin got upset because I ignored her after because she was being mean. She was being a butthole. And now that I'm sitting here reflecting on this cousin, like she has a tendency of being this way or kind of getting into these moods and wanting someone to like come and I guess kiss her butt and until she feels better or gets into a better mood and blah 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 blah. Completely her responsibility, has nothing to do with anyone else for real, but whatever. And so fast forward, she calls herself being mean with me or whatever, and I just move away. I separate myself from the energy, from the situation. I go and I play by myself. So I went away from the sandbox, and then I went and got on the swing. While I'm on the swing by myself, like enjoying myself by myself, and not giving in or not giving any of my life force energy to her. She comes over to me with all this sand in her shirt, and she starts throwing sand on me and saying, "This is for such and such and such. This is for such and such and such. This is for such and such and such." Now, me being a Taurus sun child, I let her do that. I let her complete her folly, and I punched her in her nose, and it bled. Oh, time to go home. Time to leave the park. Yeah. So we got into a little, we got into a little, yeah, we got into a little fight, whatever, I bust her nose type shit. And we little kids. We little kids. Um, and that's one thing. Spirit brought to my memory as well how I remember being in 4-year-old kindergarten, and when it was time for us to play, there's different setups around the classroom where you could play cooks, you could play police, you could play blah 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 doctor, you can play different games. And so I remember playing this police game, with this other kid, and he called himself arresting me, and he was hurting me the way he was pulling my arms or blah 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 blah, you feel me, like. And so I told him, hey, you're hurting me, you feel me, like, little nigga ignored me. So I kicked this nigga in his balls. Like, this nigga thought he had me restrained and shit. You feel me? Like, hey, you feel me? I said, you're hurting me. I'm going to release. I'm going to free myself. Whether you choose to do it or not. Kick the little nigga in his balls. I say this to say, one thing about being a divine being, you're going to give warning. Maybe even another one. Maybe even another one. You're going to take the necessary steps to separate yourself before it really has to go there. You know what I'm saying? Um, and you have people who, for whatever twisted ass reason in their mind, feel this false inflation of power that, oh, they ain't doing nothing. Oh, they ain't gonna do nothing. Oh, they ain't buck yet, man. I can keep doing this. Can you? You sure? until they're not sure, until they can't no more, until they literally cannot. That's God's way of doing things. You notice? You notice that's the divine, overall, the divine energy way of doing things? Mercy, grace, compassion, understanding, even. But when you forsake that, and forsake that, and forsake that, and forsake that, when you refuse to, behold, I stand at the door and I knock. When you refuse to open the door to the divine, when you refuse to open a door to using your free will to be honest, using your free will to choose righteousness, using your free will to apologize, using your free will to mend something that you've destroyed or broken or made attempts to sabotage. When you refuse to step into that door of redemption, when you refuse, and this is for the karmic energies, this is for those who wants to, be enemies in opposition, whether, secretly or openly, to people who are moving righteously. When you refuse that, you refuse true protection. You refuse true life force energy. You refuse the high vibration of death. And instead, you select the low vibrations of every energy in existence. You choose to make yourself vulnerable to demonic conclusion. That is your choice that you made with your free will. You think you're going to abuse voodoo? You think you're going to abuse black magic? You think you're going to abuse Santeria? You think you're going to abuse witchcraft, alchemy, prayers, religion, the orishas? You think you're going to abuse any of that against a divine being, because in essence we are all one in the upright. And whatever y'all try to conjure them up or channel them to do and risk their reputation according to the divine, you really think they're going to back you before they back a divine being? Pity, pity, pity. How did this person keep escaping everything? Oh my God, we did this, we did that, we did crossroad magic, we did jar magic, we paid this person, we paid that person, we didn't put a hit on this person, blah, your money can't do shit to me. Your money, your money, your mouth, your mind. Used in a demonic, carnal fashion against a divine being. Can only manifest your utter downfall. How does this person escape? Because the divine being has governed themselves accordingly, has done shadow work, has, been aware of their surroundings, has shown up or lived vigilantly so, attention to detail, observantly so, that, there's a fracture in my house, in my temple, my body. Let me work on that. Let me mend that. Let me do what I can to mend that gap, to seal those cracks and those tears and make sure my foundation is intact. Y'all want to attack my stability, things that are around me, and feel some type of way because I'm not losing my mind. I'm not crumbling under pressure. I'm still, overcoming, conquering, overcoming. And you for whatever reason can't figure out why. Damn. It's giving because my temple, which is this body, is made of stone, marble, brick, very steady, stern, mineral rich. Very well built. Huh? And built stronger than yours. These people are literally glass houses, stepping on the territory, trespassing in the territory of a divine being whose not only is their house, which is their body, their temple, their mind, their heart, not only are those things stable, rooted, grounded, unwavering, but then you think you can actually enter my energetic field, my sacred grounds, my sacred grounds, my sacred grounds, my sacred territory, my sacred kingdom, and think you're not going to be found out. You're not going to be seen. You're not going to be smelled. You're not going to be empathically detected. That's how it go down. That's how it go down over here. How do I escape? Because I can escape within my fucking self. I am within myself a way of escape from all manner of attacks, from all manner of ambushes, from all manner of plots and schemes. I have allowed myself, I have chosen with my free will to allow myself to be built into that way of escape. I am a walking way of escape. I am a weapon that is mighty through God. That's how. See, I can actually escape in my mind. I can actually escape into my heart. I can actually escape into my body. I can actually escape into my energy field. See, you people who choose to rise up against somebody for demonic purpose, intent, desires. Y'all can't do that. That's why you so desperately trying to escape over here into my shit. That's why you so desperate to get in over here when you on the outside of the club. Hating, lusting, craving, coveting. these sacred grounds, this mansion. Me, yeah, me. I am a mansion. I'm a walking mansion. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. You may not, admit it out of your mouth or, to anyone else, but your soul know exactly who the fuck I am. Your soul know exactly who the divine beings are. You know how, collective, how when you go out and man, that house is beautiful. You know how if you don't have a house in this material world, a nice, big, beautiful house and land in this material world, you have a strong desire for that, which can easily become like, it can easily be twisted into envy or jealousy of those who have it. You get what I'm saying? That's literally how people are. This is the sole reaction that people have to you on a soul level when they see your temple, your house. Like, damn, that's a beautiful mansion. That's a beautiful temple. I gotta get in there. I want to get in there. Like, if I could just touch the hem of the garment, if I could just put a toe on the land, if I could just take a sip of the water, or maybe if I could taint the water, if I could burn the land, if I could throw rocks at that house, maybe it'll make me appear better, appear more appealing, more alluring. Maybe I could gain more attraction and more crowds and potential buyers and sellers, potential renters. Maybe I can grow in production if I could ruin theirs. Same old as tired as shit. Old ass shit. Going back to racism and slavery and shit. Oh my God, all those black people created that big, beautiful, thriving, beyond thriving, wealthy, highly intelligent community. We gotta go burn it down. They outdoing us. They making us look bad. We gotta destroy it, cover it up, and make sure we embody the attitudes that we witness from them, so we can make it so it can seem like it was always us and not them. Oh, you thought you was gonna do that to me? You thought you was gonna do that to me? Oh, see what you people are learning about the divine beings. Some of us are here exactly for that, exactly to annihilate that energy, that spirit, those principalities, those entities, those spiritual wickedness in high places. See, yeah, we heed the warning. We're aware. We're vigilant. And we understand that with these gifts and abilities that we have, with this awareness, this vigilance, this observational skills, attention to detail, you feel me? Courage and boldness to step into the shadows and acknowledge you. We understand what to do with that. We're responsible with it. We know what we're here for. It's in the covenant. Dang, y'all was banking on a motherfucker being scared of you, huh? Fuck, I look like being scared of motherfuckers that's scared of me. Fuck, I look like being scared of motherfuckers that can't see. Y'all motherfucker, hold on. We all moving in the dark now. Y'all, we all moving it. Let's think about it like this. Let's say we all out in this what? We all in the dark, bitch. We all in the dark, right? Let's say we all in the dark. Y'all driven by pleasure seeking, vanity, lust, being covetous, lazy, wasters. Gluttony. So you already and slowed yourself down. So now you sluggish. You feel me? Your reaction time is brief and short as fuck. You can't keep up. You running out of breath. Type shit. You don't know what to look for, and even if you seen it, you gonna be scared. You lack the courage. Your cells, your DNA, all fucked up and discombobulated and dysfunctional. Because you looking for everywhere else outside of you to escape, bitch. That you've created an environment, you've created an internal environment that immediately puts you out of the game, that immediately puts you on the sidelines, that immediately counteracts this supposed false ass strength that you're trying to cloak yourself in. Damn. Damn. So let's say we all out moving in the shadows. Y'all motherfuckers think y'all being sneaky and shit. But y'all can't see spiritually. But I can. But the chosen can. We can hear, we can see, we can taste that the Lord is good. We can feel, sense on every level. Claire's on point. We can smell the difference. We can see the difference. We can feel the difference. We can taste the difference. We can hear the difference. Unlike y'all that immerse yourself in blindness, being deluded. Immerse yourselves in distractions to escape. So you don't even feel comfortable going within, escaping into yourself, but you really think you have what it takes. You really think you have the power to make me feel uncomfortable about myself, to make me feel uncomfortable about going within myself, to make me feel uncomfortable about my path and my walk and my purpose and my life and how it's gonna play out. Damn. See, as I grew older, the bulliers got bigger. The bullies became bigger and taller and, like higher weight class. I'm saying like, I'm like 90 something pounds. And I have a bully that's like damn near 200 pounds. And I'm like I'm like four something tall. Because I'm talking about as a kid growing up, as a preteen and teen and da 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 da. I'm five, you feel me? Like 4'9" and shit like that. These motherfuckers, goddamn 5'7" and big, older. The bigger, the heavier, the taller, the older these bullies became that I had to face throughout my life as my life progressed in age. And initially, it shook me up. Initially, I remember my first big bully when I was in daycare. Initially, yeah, it shook me up. I was like, oh yeah, you a big bitch. She look like a grown ass woman. You a big bitch. You feel me? She did her little yeah. You feel me with me? She did her little yeah. That time, I got my get back though. I smacked the shit out of her little brother. And over time, as I got older and just, just decoded shit, like, I stepped into this energy where I started bullying the bullies. I started bullying the bullies. Because they revealed to me who I was due to their focus on me and who they were not, but who they wanted to be and who they couldn't stand, who they didn't like, which were themselves. Seem like they love to choose people whom they just got a strong feeling is not going, you feel me, not going to stand up for themselves. I don't give a damn how many motherfuckers team up together. I guarantee you, can't none of y'all motherfuckers convince me that something is wrong with me and nothing is wrong with y'all. Something is clearly wrong with y'all. And whatever it is about me, it's a lot of rights. It's a lot of attraction. It's a lot of honey over here. It's a lot of Damn, look at the ants. Look at the ants wanting to come over here to the honey. Look. God damn. See, this is where y'all get shit confused when it comes to attention, clout chasing. A lot of flies love being around a pile of shit. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't get it twisted when you think you got a lot of people around you, people crowding around you. A lot of flies are attracted to shit. It can be one turd. It's gonna be, I guarantee, it's gonna be outnumbered with the motherfucking flies. Motherfuckers thought they was, oh damn. I love how y'all motherfuckers just play yourself. I love how y'all want to play and run around and fraud like with these demons. And these demons just be making a fucking fool out of y'all. Because they really be having y'all thinking y'all the shit. And y'all really be shit. And y'all be attracting these low grade ass motherfuckers. A lot of them. Because y'all shit. Shitty. You know? And, divine beings, these butterflies and, you know what I'm saying? We smell shit. Miles away. You smell it. God damn. Let me pull my shirt with my good smelling body fresh ass over my nose and get through this little area right here. Something dead over here. Did something die? Something dead. It smell like something died. Shit. Don't feel bad. Roadkill get ate too. There's a creature for every level that people want to choose to exist on this plane. There's a creature for you. There's plenty creatures for you. And there's definitely an influx of demons for you bitches who choose to be on demon time. You know, hilarious. Ain't that crazy how people try to reverse psychology collective? Like, oh, all of us, we don't like you. You can't sit with us. You don't fuck with y'all. That's what y'all gotta tell each other because the divine beings don't want to sit with you, wouldn't choose to sit with y'all. If anything, the divine being will walk through that motherfucker by herself, and motherfuckers will want to sit with the divine being, or will want to invite the divine being and sit with them, or come over here to VIP section, divine being. The fuck? Make it make sense. Divine celebrity status. Make it make sense. Why the fuck would I just be sitting with any and everybody? Hmm? But you know how people gotta premeditate. They gotta pre tell themselves, "Oh, you can't sit with us. Bitch, you wish you could sit with us." No, I don't. Actually, I don't. Actually, you're not the caliber of people that I would typically select. That I would, feel is a wise choice for me to surround myself by. I don't want to get associated with, certain stereotypes, certain perspectives, viewpoints, whether spiritually, I'm not, no, there's a reason why we did not align to become, you feel me? That's on purpose. That's on purpose. That's on purpose. Interesante. Shit is funny. And shit is funny. And then y'all think y'all gonna play certain abilities and adaptations that the divine collective has fully stepped into, like being able to walk away, being able to cut people off, being able to, you feel me? Da, 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 da. Y'all think y'all can whoop de doo, get up in there and control that too, so you can, you know, get the divine being to cut off somebody that you want, or you trying to hurt, you feel me, you trying to stake claim to something that belongs to the divine being, and you want the divine being to cut it off, make it easy for your dumb ass. um Here's the thing with that. Ain't that funny how when we do that, that motherfucker that y'all want, that y'all did all that work for, y'all put all that energy into, that person end up wanting the divine being even more? Huh. It smell like shit over here. Look. Y'all want the divine feminine or masculine to remove his divine smelling energy, his divine aroma, and just leave him around y'all shitty smelling soul asses, and don't think he gonna get sick or she gonna get sick sitting around that shit, sitting around just smelling, inhaling shit all the time. You don't think the first whiff of a divine aroma or something that smells good or appealing or better than that, they're not gonna naturally try to look or go towards fresh air or something that's more pleasant smelling, something that brings them relief, opposed to always triggering reflux and all type of shit. Like y'all dumb as hell. Congratulations. You're stupid. Congratulations. Like you're spiritually ignorant as fuck, and that's unfortunate. You feel me? Like, humble yourself. Separate yourself from the shit. Yeah. Go clean yourself off over and over and over and over and deeply and thoroughly. Yeah. Uh-huh. Go get rid of what needs to be get rid of and put into you what needs to be put into you. You know, seek that from the divine. Mm-hmm. Tap in. Okay. Tap in with your ancestors. Rid yourself of the demonic ancestors. Repent. Draw up your treaty, your peace treaty to your divine ancestors and the divine ancestors of those whom you impeded on in regards to their divine being, their divine child or descendant. Or should I say ascendant? And do your due diligence. Now, you're welcome. You're welcome to that. You're not welcome to me. You're not welcome to stealing or destiny swapping with my energy. You're not welcome to what belongs to me at all. But you're welcome to the divine. You're welcome to God. You're welcome to redemption as long as God approves it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just telling you what's out there. I'm telling you a path that you could take since you lack the comprehension skills, since you lack the understanding. Pray for that. Pray for understanding. Pray, pray for divine comprehension. See, some of y'all motherfuckers, y'all gotta pay. You gonna have to pay. And it's unfortunate because a lot of y'all gonna have to pay back in blood. You gonna have to pay back in loss, money. You gotta pay. While y'all over here trying to steal and rob and Three of Pentacles. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all motherfuckers is too late. Eight of Swords. I'm hearing Erica Badu. I guess I see you next lifetime. Face ass. Strength. Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby. Yep. Mm-hmm. Temperaments in the Three of Cups. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I guess I see you next lifetime. Shaking my head like, baby, that ain't no flex. A lot of y'all motherfuckers gonna have to reincarnate. And what's unfortunate, see, here's the thing. Ain't no telling where you're gonna reincarnate at. Ain't no telling where you're going to reincarnate. You got the World card. And this is justice. Two of Pentacles. How many of y'all out there just drifting in the purgatory? Woo, baby. Let me show you something. For those who got just a little, you got a short window of time. You're actually in a place where you're feeling conviction in your heart, in your spirit. Let me tell you, the moon card tell me I'm lying. Let me tell you a good movie for you, The Christmas Carol. Now, Jim Carrey, that one particularly, that animated version, they give a beautiful depiction of the spirit realm, of lost, trapped souls in purgatory. How about you go take a look at that movie with your bitter ass? How about you go take a look at that movie and look at them souls drifting around in chains and confined to their attachment of choice, Ten of Swords. And the Eight of Cups. Tell me I'm motherfucking lying. Baby. I hear what y'all saying. Hey, I gotta watch my back because the Divine Collective not just anybody. I'm not. The Hermit card, Seven of Pentacles. Oh, I lied. My bad. I meant the Hermit card, Seven of Swords. And what's on the bottom of the deck? Death. It's coming quickly. Eight of Wands. It's coming fast. It's on your ass. It's on your ass. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Don't fuck around and get beside yourself. I know. Go ahead though. Yeah. Damn. What I say about we in the shadow? We okay? We all in the shadows, right? But baby, my shadow, Divine Collector shadow is a whole hermit. We not just in, baby. We not just in. We're not just moving through these shadows, baby. We carrying a whole lantern, babes. Moving through these shadows. You have nothing. You have no eyes. Your eyes are gutted out, completely dark. That's why in one realm you see me, in other realms you don't. Emphasis on realms, plural. You don't see me, but I see your dumb ass. Saw your dumb ass. And everything attached to you. Everything you shapeshift into. Why? Because I'm temperaments. No, this ain't Charlie's angel. This is God's angel. Man. Somebody gonna be on FaceTime with a friend while they sitting in their car and get shot the fuck up. Six of Swords, Ten of Wands, Judgment. Screen card. This will be somebody's family member for sure. The devil is coming to collect. Somebody thought they was gonna do that to a divine being. Somebody that is 10 steps ahead. Sheesh. 10 of swords. You got the devil card on the bottom with the 10 of wands and the 10 of swords on top. Somebody not gonna make it. 5 of pentacles. 4 of wands. In the reverse. Maybe 4 individuals. Maybe 6. Maybe 2. Maybe there's gonna be 2 people that survive and one a person is gonna be deeply wounded though. Somebody may yeah, somebody may be wounded. Somebody may be spared, but somebody is definitely not gonna make it, or it's gonna be maybe a few that don't make it with that 10 of swords. Hey, this could go any type of way. Cause motherfuckers like to play, huh? Motherfuckers think they gon' since they can't really touch you, they think they gonna touch who you love, who you care about. Okay, bet. Y'all don't understand what you reap what you sow mean. By now. By now. There's still confusion. 7 of cups. Let me tell you about confusion. Let me tell you about people who like to play with deception, who like to lie on people who are truth speakers and truth seekers. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, babes. You got the Empress card. Let me tell you why the Empress is in my hand. When you sow confusion, you reap confusion. When you sow distortion, you reap distortion. When you sow death, you reap death. When you sow sickness, illness, pollution, sabotage, you reap it. When you sow breakup spells, separation spells, you reap it. When you sow ugly spells, stinking spells, whatever the fuck y'all do, financial breakdown, you reap it. These are your manifestations. When y'all think y'all gonna be in that setup shit, yeah, you set up queen, set up king, set up queen. You gonna get set up. And guess what? Ain't gonna be no other way. Ain't no way to prepare, to beat, to overcome, to trick death or the setup. You gonna get God. Because especially for you motherfuckers who was so determined. Look, you got the lovers and the 7 of pentacles. So determined. You love doing this shit. You love being a setup queen. You love what you get, what you gain from being a setup queen and a setup king. You love the gifts. You love the bags. You love the money. You love that life. You love the trips and the vacations. You love it. You love the attention, right? Page of Swords. 7 of Pentacles, heat. This is a warning. Baby, it ain't even no warning. This is confirming to you what's to come, babes. What's to come? 5 of Cups. What's already happened? Huh. 5 of Cups, 4 of Swords. Who y'all having to lay to rest? Who getting laid to rest? Because they didn't want to just chill. They didn't want to be at rest about something. They didn't want to cease from doing something, so you shall be ceased. You didn't want to cease yourself and keep your life and keep your sanity, keep your dignity. Motherfuckers losing their minds, losing their lives, losing their souls, losing all type of shit, losing loved ones. 10 of Wands, 2 of Cups, and the Judgment card. Not protected at all. 9 of Wands and the reverse. They didn't want to quit. You ain't gonna have no choice but to quit. 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. How you go from the 10 of Pentacles to the 2 of Pentacles? Because that's what you wanted for the divine being. You know 10 of Pentacles is also family energy. Somebody probably losing 2 family members. Somebody could be losing 8 family members. Somebody could be, bro. And let me tell you, the way that you losing them, it may be death. Motherfuckers may be losing their mind. You got the 7 of Cups. Motherfuckers definitely losing their sanity. Motherfuckers is losing stability. Oh, it's gonna be dispersed equally. Cause what y'all really thought y'all was about to do to this Empress here? Empress, 9 of Cups. Y'all was overindulgent, huh? Overindulgent. For dick, for control, for power, for image, for luxury, for a lavish life. The Sun card. You really thought your Page of Pentacles was about to get you this ace. Oh, okay. Sun card and the Moon card on the spread. The devil. I'm leaving the devil out because the devil keep coming out. The devil comes to collect, babe. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. The devil and the 9 of Pentacles. That means he gonna take everything and leave you with that one pentacle. Page of Pentacles. Because of this, because of magic. Oh, oh. Wheel of Fortune. This shit is faded, bro. Karma, 5 of Wands. Don't get mad now. Don't start panicking now. Don't get frantic now. 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. Motherfuckers better start talking. Motherfuckers better start trying to get affairs in order. Motherfuckers, hey. You better try to backtrack and right your wrongs with this Queen of Pentacles. With this Queen of Swords energy. They trying, look, not the 3 of Wands. They panicking. They panicking. Panicking about that little Page of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. Panicking. And she's a runner, she's a rock star. Oh my God. Temperance angel is over y'all head. Okay? It is going down. It's going down. Y'all want it to go down about a DM? Y'all want it to go down about a man? About a woman? Y'all want it to go down about... Okay. Y'all want it to go down about a bag? Y'all want it to go down about an image? Y'all want it to go down about vanity, lust, control, greed, gluttony? Y'all wanted it to go down. It's going. You going. You going down, down, baby. Down, down, baby. Down, 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 baby. Five of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Mm, 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 mm. Well, Merry Christmas.